Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I'm going to do question number 36 from the packet. It's a linear regression. So they gave you a table of values. You just got to enter this into the spreadsheet, the X's and the Y's. They want you to write the linear regression equation. They want you to round it to the nearest hundred, and then they want you to state the correlation coefficient. So I've already got the data in here. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go home screen, go to the data statistics. Down here, I'm going to choose X. And then over here, I'm going to choose Y. So that is the equation. It is not a perfect correlation. I'm going to make sure that's 13. Yep, that's off. So now just looking at that, I can see that one of my data points was off. So I got to go back and fix that, put in 700. Now, if I go back to the spreadsheet, that's perfect. That's better. Now, what I'm going to do is they said linear regression. So it's got to be menu 461. Boom. Now, so here's the equation. We got to round that. So we're going to round it to the hundreds place. So that means it's going to be 2 decimals. So you go to the 9, look to the right. So the coefficient of the slope or the X term is going to be 184.89. So that's what you write. So if I go here, it's going to be Y equals 184.89X. And then we got to get the y-intercept. So it's going to be, you go to the 7, you look to the right, it's 1 or below. So you just drop all of this stuff. So it's going to be 1,706.07. So if I go to my iPad, it's going to be minus 170. Let me move this over. 06.07. So if you do this, that's 2 points. Now we got to come up with the correlation coefficient. Now, the calculators are going to be set up for this automatically, but if for some reason you don't see the R squared, this is all you have to do. You just go to menu, you go to settings, and right here where it says diagnostic, you're going to select that and then press OK. And then when you come back and click on the equation, you see that the R squared is there. So it says R squared equals 0.9703, right? So we're going to take this number and we're going to take the square root of it, and that's going to tell us what the correlation coefficient is. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my iPad. Let me move this over a little bit. And I'm going to write down here, R squared equals 0.970383938,712. Now, I'm just going to take this number and I'm going to take the square root of it. And that's going to give me the correlation coefficient. So let me go here. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to enter that number. So it was 0.970383938,712. Let me make sure that's right. Go back. 383938,712. Okay, so that's right. So if I go back here, I just press enter. Now, so the number just shows up again. So now I'm going to take the square root of it. So I use the square root, and all I'm going to do is go up and copy it, and it's going to go inside, and then I press enter. So this is the correlation coefficient. I got to round it to the hundreds place. So I look at the 8 because that's in the hundreds place. I look to the right, it's 5 or above. So I'm going to give it a shove. So the correlation coefficient is going to be R equals 0.99. That's the correlation coefficient. And that means a strong positive correlation. That's what you're right. Now, if the slope was negative, this would be negative. And that means we would say negative correlation. Okay, so you got to look at the slope to determine whether it's a strong negative or strong positive. But so let me go back to the original. So it's a positive slope. So the correlation coefficient is going to be positive, and so you would say strong positive correlation. Boom, that's it. So remember, if you need to, you can always get the R squared. Let me go back. Where's my cursor? Go here. And if you go to the settings, this should be clicked for diagnostic. If it's not, make sure it is, and that will give you the R squared part. All right, I'm gonna sign off and load this. All right.